Alright, you guys, what you see on the picture is just the meme for today. I'm gonna tell my kids this was Snoop Dogg. He kind of looks like it too. But anyway, this is what if Deku took the mantle of Scorpion. And here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna do this one just because I want you guys not to tell me, oh, make part 2 immediately, please. And you know what? Just right there. Like throwing a dog a frisbee. Here you go, you little shit. But anyway, this is what if Deku took the mantle. It's already... No, it's part 1 to it. It's part 1. And here's the thing. They're both gonna have chilled personalities, Bakugo or Katsuki and Deku. Well, Izuku is. He's gonna have a more chill yet happy-ish. A little bit. He's gonna be like, yeah. Sometimes, most times he's just quiet, and he's just him. Bakugo, on the other hand, is going to have like a cocky-ish attitude. Still, but it's going to be much more like, oh, you guys are weaklings. Well, why do I even bother with you? It's kind of like that. But if he wins, he's like, this is what happens when you play God. But anyway, yeah. So here's the thing. I'm just going to say that Scorpion tells Inko and Mitsuki that he does do assassinations, which I think I already said in part 1 or part 0, but he doesn't tell them like what he does. They think more times than not then he's probably a part of a group, but no, he's by himself and he kills a lot of people. Once a week, he kills people, the bodyguards, the crooks, and all that stuff. So yeah. But he doesn't say like, oh, there's sometimes like probably 50 people and then I'm just like right there like burning their bodies to ash. They think it's probably just like a one man, like, oh, just kill this one dude who's been doing crime. Bam, right there. But here's the thing. He only lets Deku know about this. Katsuki, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna take the mantle. He's going, it's like, what's it called? Yeah. My father kills every bad guy. You mess with me, you mess with him. It's kind of like that. So he tells Deku, he's like, well, it just happens in a conversation. All right, son, I'm heading out. You should go to sleep. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Just because it's 2 o'clock right now. So Deku's like, but what are you doing? Hanzo saying, I just gotta go to work. Are you going to kill again? Him saying, how'd you know? I mean, no, I didn't. I mean, you know. Deku saying, yeah, but blood covering your stains, it doesn't smell like pig's blood. It smells more like human blood. Due to the fact that Deku's nose is a little more better and sharper. Hanzo's like, all right. I was going to tell you when you're probably 10. But here's the thing. Promise not to tell your mother or your other mother or your brother for that matter. Deku's all like, yeah, sure, I can keep a secret. And he trusts him because like Deku's pretty much always on his good side and never actually do anything bad besides Katsuki. Sometimes almost burning down houses. But anyway, he tells him, well, I was part of a group known as the Shirai Ryu. It was a clan of ours, and I was their most powerful fighter. You know me as father and all, but you also probably hear me call myself sometimes Scorpion or Hellspawn. And Deku's like, okay, but okay, keep continuing. Hanzo's like, okay, so I killed people back then. I admit I shouldn't kill all the time, but in order to keep money and keep the money coming quickly and inconspicuously, or how do I say it? Him just trying to make sure nobody actually finds out what he does, and also try to attack his family. He tells Deku, here's the thing, I do all this stuff for you guys. You may not understand it now, but in the future, you'll probably not thank me for it. Deku says, yeah, but you're trying to do it for us, and you kept it secret from us, so that way we won't know, or we won't tell. Or Katsuki not telling. And he's like, yes, Katsuki not telling. But anyway, I know you can keep the secret, but I'll teach you something one day. Probably in a couple of weeks. Alright? What do you say? Deku being happy, he's like, alright, love you, bye. And then the Scorpion's are like, alright. And he just does his freaking teleportation thing. So, Scorpion just does his basic routines, which does take him 1 to 2 days, or probably 3, depending on where they're going, how big the place is, how many people there are. And Deku's all like, I want to learn how to kill. Hold on, wait. He's gonna teach me to. He's gonna teach. I can't say in the kid voice. I'm gonna learn how to kill. I'm gonna learn how to kill. Katsuki's right there like, wait, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna learn how to sing. Get the fuck out of my. No. He's calm. He's a nice brother. He's gonna say, just don't worry, Katsuki. And Katsuki and him just like hang out a lot. And I don't know if I remember you guys saying if I said this or not, but Katsuki didn't help him with the fight due to the fact that Katsuki and Deku have been taught by Scorpion how to fight, how to defend themselves. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He just says, okay, don't worry. We got this, or you go ahead. It doesn't take me and you to handle this. And there has been, I don't know if I said this before, but there's sometimes a chance of like people trying to rob or burglars to come into the house, and that's when Deku and sometimes Katsuki are like, yeah, we're gonna make them cry. Katsuki sometimes like summoning a fire wisp, flame wisp, and they're just like little flashes of fire that are just flickering around, and that's when Deku just knocks him out with the frying pan. Due to the fact that Hanzo's not really gonna give him a sword yet, or Katsuki to that, he's not gonna give them anything. He doesn't want them to kill. He just wants them to live a normal life. And he knows that they both want to be heroes, so he's like, but something bad happens. And I don't know if you guys want me to do this or not, but let's just say I do this. I'll give you guys 2 alternate versions, alright? So, let's go. This is what happens. All for One, wants Scorpion to be a part of his group due to the fact that he might be going for hire, or he might be because they know about the legendary Scorpion, or he became somewhat known as a legend, or he became somewhat like famous due to the fact that he wears his attire. But it's much more different. It's like it's like mostly black cloth or black clothing with a freaking ninja mask. He doesn't wear this because this is something he would like hold on to for a while. So Deku and Scorpion, Katsuki, Inko, the whole family, they're around. They're going to somewhere like, let's say, a park. Now, here's what happened. Scorpion denies to be bought And he says, "Look, what is your name?" And he says, "Oh, pardon the informalities. My name is All for One. You may call me that. And since I'm going to be your boss, you will learn to accept the name." Scorpion says, "What do you mean? We have never met, and yet you're telling me I'm going to work for you." All for One saying, "Yes, who wouldn't? I have power. I have money. Not only that, I could give you anything you want." Scorpion says, "I don't work for nobody. I do, but I'm my own man. Let me guess, you're the kind of person who kills women and children." All for One saying, "Yes, I do. Now, I'm not saying I kill children, but sometimes pregnant women who don't keep their mouths shut, or sometimes, yeah, maybe a bit of a smart mouth brat. I sometimes deal with them to show the others that I don't mess around." Scorpion says, "I will never work for a man like you. You are scum." And Scorpion starts swinging his sword, and this is when he becomes his revenant state and charges at All for One. All for One fighting freaking Scorpion. All for One losing the battle, but not dead, due to the fact that Scorpion has been impaled by some rebar, due to freaking All for One's quirk, and he hides it. And let's say right here, sheesh, what the heck? Let's say right here, that part, that whatever thing's covering by the belts, let's say he had a scar or it was damaged right there. So he just hides it, and yeah, he wears something like that. Even though he wears a ninja thing. All for One says, you'll work for me one day. If not, I will kill you. Due to the fact that he fought All for One and he technically beat him, and even though Scorpion's still injured, he says he'll never work for a man like him. I would rather die. And All for One saying, "Very well then." Saying it under his breath, thinking, if you want to die, you will die, but you won't like how you die. So, now at the park, Scorpion is fighting All for One once again. Well, due to the fact that he's been ambushed, him fighting, not having his swords, but having his kunai, and having a little dagger on him. Fighting All for One, and some of the freaking cronies took Izuku, and freaking, Katsuki, and Mitsuki, and Inko. Now, this is like probably when they're 8. And Izuku and Katsuki don't know what to do. Even though they've been, they sparred, they never been in a real life situation where they could actually die. The burglars didn't count as that due to the fact that, they're pretty much just like chumps to them. But this is serious. All for One stabbing, almost stabbing him, dodging, and he punches him and tries to take the 2 kids. But this is when All for One hits throws a freaking spear, or not a spear, freaking rebar or whatever metal pipes to Inko and freaking Inko and Inko and Mitsuki. And after that, he teleports and freaking gets punches freaking the villain who held those 2, and just teleported away. Now they teleport to a little freaking island, And this is what's going to happen. Deku and freaking Katsuki talked to a freaking Scorpion, and they said, Dad. Alright, okay, so get up. We need to, fight them. We need to work together as a team. Mom, we need to make sure that you guys are right here and staying. And this is when Inko and Mitsuki have been impaled, but Katsuki sees blood and he tells Izuku, look. Izuku does look, and he doesn't like what he sees. Like I mentioned, All For One was going to throw 2 spears at freaking Inko and Mitsuki, and what's called Scorpion took the blow, but him still being close to freaking Inko and Mitsuki, or close when he grabbed them, they got impaled too. And how do I say it? When he teleported, what's called to them, how you say it? The rebar got pushed even harder, or the injuries pushed them harder. And what's it called? When they teleported, yeah, they couldn't do anything, just hold each other. So yeah, pretty much Inko and Mitsuki died. And Scorpion is right there looking at, how you say it? He's looking at, what's it called? Freaking Deku and Katsuki, and he says, son, Katsuki, Izuku, come. Get over here. Deku and Katsuki walk into Scorpion. He tells the 2 boys that he was proud of them for not crying or trying to at least get out of the situation. He says, Katsuki, you have a cocky attitude. You should bury your emotions from time to time and not always show it. You will do good one day, whatever you may be. Whether you're a hero or a villain. If you're an assassin or you're a priest. If you're a bookworm or if you're a meathead. It doesn't matter to me. You both gave me a chance to live through life. And Scorpion does die from this. Wink, wink. And the 2 moms, they do die. Wink, wink. But he tells Katsuki, I'm proud of you for being a good little kid. And you gave me a chance to see life without a lot of suffering. I knew this was probably going to bite me in the ass one day, but as long as you 2 are still alive, I am okay with it. Death itself. Your mothers would have been proud of you if they saw you right now. Or, no, he doesn't say that. He says, your mothers would be proud of you if, if time passed. Or, I don't know how to say it, but he's like, your mothers would be proud of you in the future if they had the chance to. Here's the thing. I'm not going to say what is right or what is wrong. As long as you 2 protect each other and not fight. Instead of, if you guys spar, then that's alright. But if you 2, how do I say it? I don't really know how to say this. It's kind of man, I'm kind of tearing up now. But he does say, I'm proud of you, Katsuki. So remember that. And remember, save yourself by controlling your anger. That goes for you too, Deku. And now it's your turn. Deku, for the past 8 years, it was hard for you. Oh, it's been hard to talk to you. Katsuki here is more talkative, but with you, you're just like a calm pond, or a pond that doesn't have any ripples in it. You only ripple when you talk and when you show emotions. But other than that, you're so calm, and I believe that this is a path for you to be one of the kindest people on earth. I don't know how to explain this, but it's like he tells him that he's proud of him for not having his temper go out of control, because he is a revenant, or he is part revenant. Katsuki really isn't. He's only like 2% revenant. Deku's like 50% revenant. But he talks to him and says, like I told your brother, I'm proud of you, whatever you will do, and your mothers will be proud of you for whatever you will do. Or mostly whatever you do. Or at least some of the things you do. But anyhow, I want you to protect your little brother. Maybe a day older than you, but he's still your little brother. But I want you to know that you are going to become strong. And I think a life of pain shouldn't be what's called or weighing on your life. Our deaths are our deaths. Do not try to take the path of revenge. If you do, then I understand. I can't technically force you in the very end. But it is because you cherish life that you have to protect it. So please, Deku, protect him, live happy lives, have a wonderful family. Come visit me on my grave. And your mother's as well. These women these women have been the best of my life. So remember that, Deku. And now it's time for you two. You two have been there for me ever since I was injured. Ever since I came to this world. You two are dead, but I hope I can see you. And whatever the case may be, if I don't, then I understand that. That just means you are in a better world. And I am happy to have been your husband. And I'm glad you were both my wives. So, Deku, Katsuki, I'm saying yes, Father. Please don't die. Katsuki saying, you shouldn't die. This isn't your fault. Scorpion saying, you're right. I shouldn't have died. Shouldn't have been my fault. But my life I led my life all the way for it to be my fault. So you both just get strong. And I love you. And with that, the ashes of his past, the fire in his soul, the ways of his words, and the gentle smile he has right now. Scorpion, Hanzo Hisashi, or known Hanzo Hisashi, aka known as Scorpion. Inko, Midoriya, Hanzo. No, wait. Inko, Midoriya, Hisashi, Mitsuki, Bakugo, Hisashi. Those three are pronounced dead. This is when the two boys start to cry. But Deku doesn't. He just tears up and he just covers his eyes and says, "Come on, we have a lot to do. So much to do." Katsuki saying, "What do you mean? They're dead, and what are we supposed to do?" "What we should have done a long time ago, little brother. We will become heroes, but to villains, we will be the end. The end of their lives. Or at the very least, the end to his life." Katsuki is thinking, there's no way we can beat him. You've seen Dad before. He's strong. And he got beaten by whatever his face was. Deku says, "Yes, I know." But with a smile on his face, he says gently, "We will become the ones to kill him. It doesn't matter in the very end. As long as he's dead, we have avenged our father and our mothers. And plus, we are on an island. My teleportation isn't strong anymore, or my teleportation wasn't. I didn't train my teleportation quirk to travel far distances. So, whether we die here or start to become, either we die here or we train like we're supposed to kill someone, and that someone is burned in my memory." I don't know what he's gonna say. He just says he's going to take revenge, whether Katsuki wants to or not. He's not going to drag him along if he doesn't. But Deku sees freaking Hanzo's weapons, his chain and kunai, and his little dagger, and he says, "Here, little brother." Katsuki's like, "What is this?" And he says, "This is father's knife. We have to kill, and we have to get food. We also have to make shelter as well. I sense that there's a lot more danger to here than over there at the house, or over there where villains are at. And that is because the island has tigers, lions, bears, and they're all quirked. So basically, they're going to shoot vines at them. It's basically like Pokemon. The Pokemon are trying to kill them. And they all have to catch them all. The two have to catch them all. So anyway, over the past, how you say it, they're 8 years old. Over the past 4 years, these two have honed their skills, learned how to use their quirks. And not only that, they've made their own weapons. Deku just made a wooden sword and a spear. Katsuki mostly into the freaking, how do I say it? What's it called? I don't really know, but he's someone who doesn't use normal weapons. And I was probably thinking about giving him how do I say it? Let me see, hold on. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to give him either the scythe or probably something else, like gauntlets that aren't actually gauntlets, but probably either a scythe or a mace, something like that, something that he can use to kill people with. Like I said, they're assassins, and if we want to get really, really ancient right here, he could probably just use anything. He doesn't actually care about, like, the weapon. He could probably use a bow, a slingshot, a warhammer, a double steel, what's it called, chained mace. Yeah. Or Katsuki. Let's say he's like Hidan. If you guys don't know him, he's from Naruto Shippuden. Basically, he has that kind of cocky attitude, but without the whole Lord Jashin thing. So I might actually turn him into that, or at least he's going to be at least close to that. He's going to keep his hair the way it is, spiky. But Deku is taking the mantle of Scorpion. So they train together using weapons, and Deku and Katsuki don't know this, but I wanted to actually put something where everybody can be happy in the end. I'm not going to tell you what it is. No. It's going to probably be like, I'll just keep that see for later. So anyway, these people they train, and they're basically how you say it? They basically done their own thing, made their own clothing, and Deku is probably going to have this one. Or, how do I say it? Let me see. Okay, so this is what he's going to have. He's going to have this one, or if you guys can't see, the one right here, this one right here in the middle. That's on the left side. He's going to have something like this. While Bakugo will, I don't know what he would wear. I think he would, okay, that looks sweet. That right here looks gay. Oh, jeez. Anyway. Yeah, either that or something else. Like I said, I don't really know. But yeah. So anyway, they go and... Now, you know what? He's going to have something like this right here. That's what Katsuki would wear. But he looks much more awesomer. So anyway. I'm sorry if I keep saying so anyway. But so anyway. Deku and Katsuki are sometimes having to fight pirates due to the fact that they try to come to land, and they try to attack Deku and Katsuki due to the fact that they made their own little hut. And yeah, they do kill them. They kill them without remorse. They've honed their, like, freaking emotions to, like, maximum levels. Katsuki, on the other hand, he's more of, like, the person who would have fun while that's fighting. But Deku would have fun, but he will keep it a secret. So yeah, Katsuki lets out his emotions at times. Deku sometimes, but most times than not, just silence. And he's pretty much mundane with his emotions. So, it's been said that freaking sightings have been told to the heroes and to the government of Japan that there's been pirate ships missing, and it's a good thing, but they're also thinking, why? Why would pirate ships be missing? And pretty much they come to a conclusion. All the freaking pirate ships are gone when they hit an island, or when they hit a certain island, when they dock, or when they're close by a certain island. And it's the island where Deku and Katsuki are at. So the heroes do come by. All Might, Aizawa, all the number one heroes, even Endeavor. Whew. So, They all go and they talk. They find out that this place has been bathed in blood. The sand is mostly red around the front. And after that, it's just a little bit pinkish, and after that, regular sand. Which means, in their minds, death has been coming here often. And this is when, how you say it, they travel into the island, fighting some animals, but then they come into this little hut, which is filled with dead animal bones, basically on one pile, and then like clothing and all that stuff in another pile. Deku is somewhat always doing a little bit of feng shui and just keeping like the good energy in and the bad one out. The good energy is the bones, and the bad one is, you know, the humans' wallets and all. But yeah, their house is a little more better due to the fact that they rip apart the house or the ship, and basically, how would I say this? Tear down the ship, use it for parts, and make themselves at home using the electricity they have. And how would I say this? Yeah, pretty much living at least as well as they could. All Might just knocks into the door, is like, hello, and is anybody living here? Aizawa was like, what the hell? We're supposed to be catching them, and you're what are you? Are you gonna be a house guest for these people? Freaking Endeavor's like, get out of the way. All Might, you seriously need to learn when to just break the door open. And this is when Aizawa was about to slam his foot into the door, but what's called Deku, how you say it? What is that thing called again? Deku, opening the door, and, Katsuki just kicking, how you say it? The momentum of freaking Endeavor kicking the what's called thing, and without anything there, he couldn't stop himself, so he landed on the floor. But this is when Katsuki got down from the ceiling and, you know, kicked him while holding down the ceiling or something like that. I don't know how to say it. But anyway, freaking he gets kicked all the way to the freaking like 5 feet away. And they just both walk out the door and say, you guys are trespassing here, please leave. And Endeavor is like, who the heck? These kids just, they look like little teenagers. And he gets mad, but All Might's like, wait a minute. These are still children. We can't just, how do I say it, just do anything to them. And there was like, it doesn't matter what they did. They kicked me in the face. All Might's like, please relax. Their punches don't hurt that bad. And how you say it, we're pretty strong. And freaking All Might's like, well, you're strong, huh? Well, if you can land a good blow on me, and if I go down on the floor like Endeavor, then you know what? I'll consider you to be strong. He's just like saying like, okay, little man, you got this. But this is when sheesh, Deku's like, so just one hit. And that's pretty much it. And what's called freaking All Might say, yeah, just do it. It doesn't matter. I can handle a hit. And this is when Deku uppercuts the freaking nutsack. All Might's like, what the heck, kid? What'd you do? What happened to my voice? My balls are gone. Oh, never mind. Oh, man. I hate when I change my voice. Anyway. So, what's called, All Might's down on the ground, and Endeavor's laughing off like, I like this kid. I like this kid a lot. You know what? It doesn't hurt that much more after looking at All Might falling down. He's just pissing his pants. And freaking, how do I say it? This is when Aizawa says, alright, these kids have attacked All Might. And Deku's like, well, you technically trespassed, and he did say to land a blow on him. And, what's called? Aizawa's like, oh, yeah, he did. Well, still, I have to take you too, but I know you both aren't going to go down by force, or you guys aren't going to go down by talk. So, I should wait, Aizawa. This shouldn't be physical. Now, I don't know who you two are. We just met. But I've heard of, you've heard of the boats around here disappearing. And, or, have you heard the boats disappearing, and where are your parents? Deku says, well, first of all, their pirate ships attacked us. We defended ourselves, and they're dead. And he says, wait a minute, what do you mean dead? Deku's all like, follow me, please. And Aizawa's like, oh, sure. And he sees a freaking graveyard on the island. Aizawa, Endeavor, a lot of the number one hero, or the top 10 heroes are there. They see this and like, ooh, sheesh, wow. So, you killed all of these, or why is everybody there? Where are your parents? Deku and Katsuki just look down the floor saying, our parents died when somebody killed our parents. And we promised to get revenge on them. Or I did, at least. And All Might's like, ooh, bad timing. Well, you know you're not supposed to just, wait a minute, how'd you come here? Well, there's a man with a weird quirk, but it was a man with a weird quirk that, well, technically he was called shot rebar, and after that, how do I say it? He shot rebar. Not only that, he he didn't teleport. He just teleported into a park, and my father said something, all for one. After that, I don't know anything else. Pretty much, yeah. He killed my father and my mother and his mother. And, yeah. I'm going to kill him. That's pretty much what he's saying. All Might's like, wait a minute, kid. What do you mean, all for one? Deku's all like, yeah, my father said that that a man named All for One tried to get him to join him. My father said no, and what's it called? He said that he wanted to fight. He couldn't fight them anymore due to the fact that he was injured, so he let him be. And after that, he came and ambushed us. Katsuki saying his mom and my mom and him and our father were all married to each other. So, yeah, our mothers are buried here. Or both of our mothers that we consider each other's mothers. And Deku's like, shush, Katsuki. I understand. Don't, just please don't talk. Please. And Katsuki's like, yeah, this is giving me a headache. But All Might's like, wow. Not only did these two survive an attack from All for One, or did I say All for One, or did I say Scorpion was fighting All Might? If I said that, I meant to say All for One. So, he talks to the two boys, saying these two kids killed everybody here due to their past, and he should just probably train them and make them upstanding citizens. And this is when Deku says, well, I don't know what to do right now. So please just leave us alone. We still need to be training. This is when All Might's like, wait a minute, children. Or young adults, since you both possess a crazy an amount of strength and him grabbing his nuts precision. With that, you guys are probably somewhat good fighters. Deku saying, me and Katsuki have learned from our father. He was also known as Scorpion. This is when all of them are like, oh, she's Scorpion. Because at least 3 of them have had a run-in with Scorpion. And Aizawa as well. So they're like, okay, yeah. That's why these 2 kids are probably strong. Their father trained them. And they know about Scorpion being an assassin, due to the fact that they sometimes fought with him and sometimes see them in the act, killing them. And they said, wait, the criminal Scorpion? And Deku starts getting a little bit mad, saying, our father was not a criminal. Yes, he killed bad guys. And killing is wrong. But if he didn't kill them, some of them probably would have done a lot more bad things to other people. Our father may have done things in the past, but he also had a bad childhood as well. So I would like for all you guys not to judge him on that. Katsuki's saying, yeah, you guys don't want to mess with us. Our father is a hero to us. He has given us purpose in his life. And as much as we want to see him, we know we can't. So we at least have each other. Deku saying, yes. So, anyway. We won't go. We'll still keep training until we are capable enough to kill All for One. And Deku was like, or not Deku, All Might is like, wow. These 2 kids are hell-bent, or this one at least is hell-bent to killing All Might. What about what about that other one? And he says, who are you? What's your name? I heard this guy's, you 2 didn't give, or he says, what are your names? They said, well, sorry. My name is Izuku Hisashi. Or Izuku Midoriya from my mother's side. Katsuki saying, yeah, my name is Katsuki Hanza or Hisashi. Or Katsuki Bakugo in my mother's side. And they're all like, oh wait, you both are related, but yet not from different moms. How did that happen? Our mothers loved our father, and basically those 3 got married to each other. All Might's like, oh, polygamy. Oh, well, yeah, okay, so that makes sense. And this is when Deku's all like, yes. But anyway, is there anything else you need from us? If not, then you should just leave. All Might, Endeavor's like, wait a minute, kid. You have fire. Since your father Scorpion has it, right? Deku's all like, yes, my father has fire. But he is a much more powerful person than any of you guys would ever know. And Endeavor's like, probably I could. And this is when Endeavor's like, well, I'll come and teach you about how to use your fire power, make your fire stronger. And you can also train with somebody who spent years honing his skills with fire. And Deku's like, okay. And freaking All Might was like, oh man, I wanted to take him. Well, the other kid here is strong. He kicked Endeavor, so yeah. Katsuki. Young Katsuki. Do you want to train with me? I can probably teach you how to probably teach you how to use your quirk, and also train you into be a upstanding citizen. Now, they do take him, and they do find out that these, about the missing persons report, Hanzo Isashi, Inko Midoriya, or Inko Hiyashi, Mitsuki Bakugo, or Mitsuki Hiyashi, basically finding out the two kids, Deku, Izuku and Katsuki Hisashi. Find out what happened, and yeah. So anyway, they take the kids and they basically say, well, since we know that you two are close, we want to like divide you two right now into basically training with both of us, since me and Endeavor don't actually live together. And no, it's not like it's not a gay thing. I'm just saying, like, they're just explaining that they don't live together, so they're probably going to not see each other for probably in a couple of days. Katsuki says, or no, Deku says, look, if they do anything weird to you, just stab them in the nuts. Always works. Katsuki's like, yeah, I got you. And this is when All Might's like, well, okay, you two are very prepared for something like this. Deku's all like, yeah, I keep them. It's always good to teach everybody how to defend themselves. And this is when Endeavor's like, well, you're going to be coming with me. So, Izuku, right? And this is when Endeavor's like, Izuku. Okay, I have to keep that in mind. And Deku is just like, okay, so I'm going to be trained by the number 2 hero. And yeah, these two people, or these Endeavor and All Might, train these two and also adopt them. They see each other from time to time. Well, they see each other a lot. And yeah, in the past 3 years, these two have honed their skills much more, and a freaking Bakugo or Katsuki is going to get all for one, due to the fact that Katsuki isn't as strong and deadly as freaking, as Izuku, but he knows that if we give all for one to freaking Katsuki, then he can probably calm down that Izuku fellow. That way he cannot, if he does turn out to be like his father, then he could probably stop him. And yeah, I want to give it to Katsuki because pretty much I felt like it. And Deku has been spending time with the Todorokis since he is adopted, and All Might spending time with freaking what's his face, with, let's say, some woman, or I don't know, let's just say All Might's, I don't know who All Might will be with. He would just spend time with All Might and Melissa and David Shield, due to the fact that All Might will take them to there. So yeah, you guys are probably knowing what I'm doing. The two blonde people are going to go out with each other, and Deku is also going to have a second person, and it's going to be Todoroki. And I want to see how this development works out for the two of them. And if you guys don't like having what's called Todoroki be female, I will make Todoroki a male. Yeah, I will play that game. I have played that game twice. Not in real life, but in my what ifs. Sometimes talk to him when I'm on the PlayStation. Yeah, pretty much that right there. And I just talk to people. I'm like, what if Deku was this? And if they don't like the female versions of the characters, I sometimes say, okay, we're making them male. There's going to be yaoi scenes, and everything here will be so bad because you just kept complaining about that. That's pretty much a good way to shut people up. Like, if you don't just shut up, things are gonna get worse. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and please do subscribe to the channel. This is Followed if you're here, and see you later. Bye.